Hello, everyone. As you can already read and as you already know, I'm going to talk about automations again. If you don't know who I am and you have come here from the algorithm, I'm Singh. I'm the founder of Singh Acquisitions, and I'm kind of the automations guy. I run automations, I build automations, I book hundreds of calls. It's what I do for a living. It's what I do every single day. And in this video, I want to talk about why you're not booking enough calls for your agency and your business. I want you to keep in mind that I'm going to be talking about if you're running automations, then why you're probably not booking calls. I cannot do anything if you're doing anything else, ads or anything. But as I only run automations, it's something that I can talk about. I'm not going to say how to run automations. I've covered that many times in my videos. You can go ahead and check it out. Um, but what I'm here to talk about is if you are running automations, why are you not booking calls and what can you do to change that? And it all comes down to these six key components. That is profile, the account, how you look, your profile, leads, whom you're messaging to, openers, what you're messaging, deliverability, is your message actually reaching to the leads, and platform, how are you messaging, from which platform or which automation tool are you messaging people, and the software, which is actually the software from which you're messaging people. But before we get into like any of these, there is one very crucial thing that I want you to understand. And if you just miss this, believe me, your results are always going to be inconsistent. You cannot ever get to a point where you know that in this week you're going to book these many calls. It's never going to be happening. It's always going to be up and down, and yeah, eventually it's going to fall. So I want you to understand about input metrics, the missing piece. It's basically data I can talk about. The number of inputs that you get, that you give, is going to determine the number of outputs that you get. Now, here's how it works. Most people, they assume that if they send a certain number of messages, they should automatically get a predictable result. But without proper testing, without analyzing anything, without tracking data, they just give up too soon, saying that this doesn't work. Of course, it doesn't, because you never really put enough effort to actually see if it actually works or it doesn't. Because there are people that are making it work, like me. The right approach is, instead of guessing, you need a real data. You need to analyze what exactly is going on in your outreaches to determine your baseline. It can be in three steps. First is you have to test at scale. You cannot send 10, 20, 100 messages and then expect to see any type of results. You need to at least send around 1,000 to 1,500 messages, that too with one opener with just like 4 to 5 different variations. It has to contain similar type of words and it has to convey the similar offer. And you have to test that at scale. You have to send it 1,000 to 1,500 people and then track your response rate. How many people did actually respond to this? Blocked you, it's also a response. Said no interested, it's also a response. And said interested, it's also a response. So what's the response rate after sending 1,000 to 1,500 people? Because that's when you have real data. Second is analyze your PR rate, which is positive response rate. Let's say after sending about 1,500 DMs, you get 0.6% response rate, which is 9 positive response. Now you have some data that you have sent 1,500 messages and you get 9 positive responses, and track your call conversion rate. Out of 9 people, if you booked 1 to 3 of them, then now you know that out of every 100% of the leads, you can book around 11 to 12% of the leads. Now, to hit your target consistently, let's do the math. You would have to send 1,500 messages every single day, and if you do that for 26 days, because you're excluding Sundays, you just have to let the accounts rest. And you're sending about 37,500 messages, and the estimated positive response that you took from your data, which is 0.6 PR rate, it's around 255 positive responses in a whole month. And if you count the estimated positive response rate that you were tracking your call conversion rate, then out of 255 messages, you're gonna be booking about 28 to 56 calls in a month. Now you know that every day, if you're sending 1,500 messages, you can consistently book 28 to 56 calls. It can be up, it can be low, but it's gonna stay on this. It's gonna be somewhere around here, 25, 28 to 56 calls. Sometimes I get on calls and people tell me, "Yo, you're offering 50 calls in 45 days. How is that even possible? How can you do that?" Well, data. I'm not saying you'd have to spend thousands of dollars on ads. I'm talking real data. We have done this before, and this is how we can guarantee these many results. And you can see, you can do this yourself. Okay, so if this all makes sense, we can move forward. There is once you've figured out all the metrics on how exactly everything works and how many messages exactly you need to send to book these many calls, then you know that okay, this is the data for my niche and this is how it's working. Perfect. Now let's talk about the main components that I was talking about before. There is first the profile or the account. It's basically the interface, the first interface. It's like you going and speaking to a girl you like, and the moment she sees you, you're just wearing something very, very weird, very unclear, and she just doesn't want to talk to you, even though your first words were very, very nice, right? The same thing is going on here in outreaches. If you have very good openers, but your profile, it looks unclear, it looks vague, it doesn't build credibility, people don't want to respond to you no matter how good your opener is, because the first thing that they're going to do after seeing your message in their message request, they're going to go to your profile and see that who is this guy who's messaging me. And if they see that it's just a weird profile, they're never going to respond to you. A blank or an unoptimized profile might get some replies, but if you really want to see success, then you need to build trust and credibility at your first glance. Have a clear profile picture, clear bio, social proof, client results, testimonials, etc. And content or lifestyle. You don't need content specifically. If you have results and you have lifestyle pics to show that you're a human, this is who you are, that's enough. Now, you understand that you need to have a good profile. Perfect. Now you fix that. You go to the second thing, which is leads. It's not about like, are you reaching to your actual ICP? But the thing is that sometimes you think that okay, MedSpa is my ICP. MedSpa is the people that I want to reach out to, and I'm gonna take a lot of MedSpa owners' Instagram IDs or Facebook IDs, whatever, and I start messaging them. But I still see that my profile looks very good, but I'm not getting responses. A big possibility could be that your messages are probably being read by social media managers or staffs that are just handling the DMs, and they just don't want you to go through. They just don't want your message to actually get to the actual owner. So what you can do in situations like this is you can filter the accounts by less than 500 followers, because in these cases there is the actual owners are most likely to see the messages instead of staff or any type of employees. Now you can fix that, and you're gonna see that your booking rate is gonna go a lot higher. Your response rate is gonna go a lot higher, because now you're targeting actual owners instead of staffs or employees. Now, after you have made sure that you're reaching to the right people, you have good profiles, but if you're still not getting responses, another reason could be the opener. It's basically the fuel that drives your whole outreach. You have very good profile, and you have very, very good leads that you're reaching out to, but your messages just aren't catching people's attention. People just don't want to respond to what you're talking about. It's almost like having a sports car with no fuel, because if your opener isn't dialed in, if it's not clear, if it's not something that's catching people's attention, it just falls. Your whole outreach just falls flat. So no matter how good your leads, your software, your strategy, your deliverability, your accounts are, it's just not gonna work. I've made a brief video on how exactly you need to craft good openers, craft good offers. So make sure to have a look at it, and make sure that you're using good openers so that your outreach doesn't fall flat. Now, the next thing is deliverability. This is very, very necessary. And if you have stick to the video for this long, I'm gonna give you something that you're probably not gonna see in any other YouTube video that you're gonna find on the whole YouTube channel. Literally, like not on the channel, but literally on the whole platform of YouTube. No one is talking about this, even though it's such a big problem. And I know how to fix this. So you're gonna get your reward for sticking for so long. Deliverability is basically you messaging someone, but your message not actually reaching to the person. I'm not saying the decision maker, the staff, the social media manager. No, I'm talking about the account itself. You message someone, but your message doesn't reach to their primary inbox, their message request, but rather goes to their hidden request, which people never check. They just go to their request sometimes, and then they just leave. That's it. And if your messages are going to the spam folder, the hidden request, the filter request, people are never gonna check that, and that's it. Your outreach is gone because the account is gone. So no one in the internet knows how to fix this. But since you are my true fan, since you have watched this video for so long, since you're my true subscriber, if you aren't, you should subscribe because you're gonna get a lot of value from here. Um, all you have to do is you just have to change your account type. If it's on personal, put it to professional or business profile. If it's on business or professional profile, put it to personal profile, right? Change the account type and then try messaging one of your profiles, and you're going to see that it's reaching to your message request. That's it. No one actually knows about this. And if it starts, let's say you message a lot of people and again it starts going to the spam folder, just change it again once more, and you're going to see that it starts working again. So deliverability is very important, because if you're sending thousands of messages, but every message is just going to hit a request, no one ever is gonna see your message. So it's very necessary, and this is how you can fix it. Now the next thing is a platform. This is like choosing the right battlefield for high reply rates, and it's very necessary. I'm going to tell you why. The platform that you choose is very important, because let's say, for example, if you're reaching out to local business owners, remodelers, for example, and you think that, okay, if I want to reach remodelers, but I just have a lot of accounts in Instagram, let's reach out to them on Instagram. Now these people aren't usually going to hang out on Instagram. These people are usually on Facebook, because that's where their clients are. Their clients aren't on usually Instagram. Well, they are, but they don't usually want to stay on Instagram. They're just usually on Facebook. So you have to understand that the people that you're reaching out to, where do they usually hang out? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Or is it any other platform? And once you understand where that is, go for that platform. Don't even think twice of choosing any other platform, because if you're choosing the wrong platform, you could be wasting effort on an audience that doesn't even check their DMs. You could you're gonna get ignored because your prospects aren't even active there, and you're gonna see very low response rates, even on thousands of DMs. Even on mass volume, you're gonna see very low response rate, even though you're having a great message, great profile, a lot of results. It's never gonna work. But if you're on the right platform, you're gonna see higher engagement and replies. You're gonna book more calls with less efforts, and you're gonna have like more conversion rate across your outreach. The next thing is software. Now this is the last thing that I'm gonna talk about in this video, and it's very important, because if you don't have the right platform, you can have the best message, best profiles, best deliverability, best platform, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. You already know where they want to go. But if you don't use the right platform, it could completely kill your outreach. Why? Because having the right type of software is gonna save you from so many restrictions. It's absolutely insane. So just like a bad camera produces low quality footage and a good camera captures crystal clear shots, the right DM automation software makes all the difference in your outreach. If you're using average software, you'll get average results, low responses, limited reach, and potential account restrictions. But when you use the best tools, you're going to see higher deliverability, you're going to see better response rate, and you're going to get very less restrictions. And I've used almost like every good tool there is, that about automations or DMs, and without a doubt the best one that I've used is calldms.com. I'm gonna go to the page. Give me a second, and I'm gonna show you what this profile is about, or what this whole software is about. I have made a video on how to use this tool. You can check it out. It's the best tool that I've ever used about automations and sending the messages. It's just perfect. I don't even want to talk about it. I've made a video. You can check it out. So this is this. It's all I had to say. If you have fixed all of this, there is no way you're not going. There is no way you're not booking enough calls. There is no way you're not making the money that you want to make, because you're just gonna be booking enough calls. That is that. If you like the video, make sure to like the video and make sure to also subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be dropping a lot of very, very valuable videos about automations, about business, that is gonna be very, very helpful for you. So if you want to grow your business, if you want to leverage automations, AI to make more money, book more calls on autopilot, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want any help from me, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. The link is in the description. Peace.